This block 1 gives an overall idea of how to write programming C. Overall study on writing the algorithms on any kind of problems to plan the solution of the problems using stepwise procedure. It also enables the students to open the C++ editor, writing programs, compiling programs, executing programs. So this block deals with the program design with the flow chart in terms of graphical representation of the solution to the problem. It enables us to write programs on variables, data types, constants, escape sequences, statements, various operations in C, such as arithmetic, assignment, relational, conditional, and type casting and type conversions, type library functions, and input and output. First one is programming design. Programming design means what? Sorry, programming, 1 minute. Programming design. Programming design. The main objective and introduction, definition and examples of algorithm, flowcharts, structural programming, summary, and some questions, model exams. These are we can learn in this programming design. The main objective is how to write an algorithm, how to write a flow chart, and to explain the structured programming with examples. First of all, we have to know what is an algorithm. Algorithm means it is a precise rule or set of rules specifying how to solve a given problem. Algorithm is not related to any computer language, but is just a sequence of instructions which give clear idea and how to write the computer code. Every problem that can be solved using computer can be represented with an algorithm. Algorithms are generally language independent, and hence the algorithm can be implemented in any programming language. Programming language means it is independent of language, but it is implemented programming language. That is the algorithm. So what does mean? Simply, it is a precise rule and specifying how to solve the given problem. That means algorithm. Flowchart can be used in representing process or planning in any area like business, education, hospitals. All programming languages like basic, beginner, it's in all purpose. Symbols, instruction code, and photon formula translation are examples of unstructured structured programs, where the flow of steps are sequential as expected and can jump to an unexpected location. It go to like statement. Structured language use blocks of code, group of statements, control of statements, decision making, iterative statements, repeating a block of code, and functions, module of code, or Almost all the modern languages like C, C++, Java, C/Python, etc. follow the structured programming approach. Definitions and examples of algorithm. What is an algorithm? Now only I explain you what does mean algorithm. It is a precise rule or set of rules specifying how to solve a given problem. Solution to a problem should be expressed in terms of unambiguous steps. The process of defining a solution in terms of discrete steps in a specific order, specific outputs is referred to as algorithm. Algorithm is not related to language independent and it is implemented in programming language. Okay. So now every problem that can be solved using computer can be represented with an algorithm. So these are the following steps and characteristics of algorithm. First one is output. This means one or more variable desired outputs. Input, 0 or more well-defined inputs. Unambiguous. Each step of an algorithm should be clear and unambiguous. Finiteness, language independent writing algorithm. These are the characteristics. The first one is how to write algorithm. There may be some steps, that is definition as algorithm, that is less than, name less than, this is input. The algorithm may contain basic code instructions like flow control, if, else, loops, do or while, etc., which are generally available in almost every language. The simplest example for an algorithm is addition of two numbers and display the result. Writing step number is optional and can be omitted if preferred. So grouping step is represented with an indentation. Push to right tab or space so that all steps indented with a level belong to the same group. These are the following steps to write algorithm. First one is start. How to start? Start one code. Next, define three integers x and y, z. Read value and assign it to x. Read value and assign it to y. Add values of x and y and assign it to z. Print z. Stop. So here the assignment can be represented with a left arrow, z left arrow, x plus y. The input variables can be defined in the algorithm definition as well. Now the algorithm can be rewritten as algorithm. This is addition algorithm. So how? Add. First one is a first double apostrophe, define x comma y comma z. X left arrow read value, y left arrow read value, z apostrophe z read value left arrow x plus y, apostrophe double quote display z. Stop. Following section presents some basic algorithm which can be used other language algorithm. See this please carefully and please write down this output and how to write an addition algorithm. This is only one or two variables and bulk of numbers. How can you take an example? Now, the maximum of two numbers given by a user. For example, start, declare variables a and b, read variables a and b. If a greater than b, display as maximum, else display b is the maximum. Stop. Example, find in the maximum value number by given. Declare the variables 3 here, a, b and c. Read the values a, b, c. If condition, if A greater than B, if A greater than C, display as maximum else. Display C as maximum else. If B greater than C, display B as maximum else. Display C as maximum and stop. Means whatever we are giving the output, then only it gives the input. Then we can give the numerical values, then is execute the program. That is a condition of programming. Okay. And here, this is the procedure, this is the algorithm. So now, example, finding the factorial number. Declare variables n, f, and I. Initialize variables f left arrow I left arrow I. Read value of n. Repeat the next 2 second step until I equal to n. F left arrow f into I left arrow I plus 1. Display stop. Next, roots of quadratic equation. Start. Declare the variables. Quadratic equation and the ax square plus bx plus c. All these values are important. So what are the defining variables? A, B, C, D, R1, R2, RP, and IP. Imaginary and D left arrow B square minus 4AC. If DE apostrophe 0, R1 left arrow minus B plus second quote D bracket closed by 2A. R2 left arrow bracket start minus B minus double quote D by 2A. Display R1 and R2 roots. Else, calculate real and imaginary parts. RP left arrow is B by 2A. IP left arrow double quote minus D by 2A. Display roots RP plus Z IP and RP minus Z IP. Stop. So these are programming code, how to write an algorithm. Now, some questions and exams. What is algorithm? I already explained you. It is a precise rule or set of rules specifying to solve the given problem. Next one is flow charts. See these algorithms once again. Please note down. Please note down. This is the addition. These are the characteristics of algorithm, and this is the addition programming and factorial and multiple. See this. This is not programming, ma. This is only what are the steps required for algorithm. Programming code and functions, that is different. That I will explain in later. So in your syllabus, first one is what, ma? Program design, evolution of C language. Next, basic of C language. Now, first one is program designing, we are learning. Second one is evolution of C language and basics of C language. Okay. This is only algorithm to learn how to write addition, factorial, and quadratic roots. From this, you have programming design. From this, definition and examples of algorithm, flow chart, and structured programming and summary. So now coming to flow charts. One can know that flow charts is another tool explain the steps or process of your program. A flow chart can be defined as the graphical or pictorial representation of an algorithm with the help of different predefined symbols and arrows. The program steps and sequence are represented with different basic shapes like circle, oval, parallelogram, rectangular, diamond, and arrows. While algorithms are generally used to represent a program, the flowchart can be used anywhere, including program representation. Flowchart can be used in representing process or planning in any area like business, education, hospital, etc. Planning business, nowadays planning temples, construction. These also we can use the flowchart. Can be used in representing a process or planning in any area like business, education, hospitals, etc. Okay. Now today, see these symbols used flowchart. One is rectangular oval, one is round and rectangular. This is terminal, start and end generally written inside this oval, circular, round, rectangular. Input and output, what to read or what to output is written inside the parallelogram. Process or instruction steps and written inside the box. This is decision, the condition based on which a decision is to be taken, written inside the daemon. Connected, arrow, the flow from one step to another step, group steps connected means. First one is oval, rectangular, round or rectangular. This generally write inside this oval, circular or round, rectangular. Oval, round or rectangular. We can write what we need to be written. The start terminology we can write here. Parallelogram, what to read or what to output written inside the parallelogram. Process, instruction steps are can be written in rectangular inside the box. In not rectangular, rectangular inside the box. Diamond, decision based on which step inside the diamond. Next, connector. This is the arrow. Example, print 1 to 10. Algorithm, print. See this pictorial representation. First one is start. This is oval. Here I have written start. Next, process. Next one is start. Next, input. Next one is what? Output, what to read and what to output. Start, initializing to 0, that is x equal to 0. Next, connector x equal to x plus 1, increment by 1. Print x. If x is less than 10 and go to step 3. X is less than 10. Yes. Otherwise, no. Stop. Means x equal to 0, x equal to x plus 1. Next, print x. If x is less than 10, yes. No. Connector. Stop. Okay, this is the pictorial representation of flowchart. This is only increment algorithm. First oval, you write start. Next, connector, initializing x equal to 0. Next, increment x by 1. That is x equal to x plus 1. Next, print x. If x is less than 10, then go to step 3, 1, 2. That is x equal to x plus 1. Stop. That is yes, no, and stop. Program design with flowcharts. Finding maximum of 3 numbers flowchart. Here we need to show. The algorithm of finding maximum of was given previously and it is pictorial representation. Earlier I have given maximum of 3, that is display A, display B, display C, that is only algorithm. Now here flow chart. First rectangular oval start, parallelogram read ABC. Next diamond is decisions, that is A greater than B. Yes, right, left, no. If yes, A greater than C. Next diamond, next yes, next this. If no, again this. If no, A greater than B is no means B greater than A. That is yes or no. If yes, print B. If no, no, disconnected, print C. Print 1. Print A. So stop. Your progress. Space is given below writing your answers. Compare your answers one and given the end of unit. What is flowchart? What is flowchart? It is a pictorial representation. It is a pictorial representation. Flowchart can be defined graphical or pictorial representation of an algorithm with the help of different predefined symbols and arrows. Symbols and arrows. Let's see. Next one, structured programming. What does mean structured programming? Old programming language. Structured programming. Old programming language like BASIC, beginners all-purpose symbolic instruction code, and Fortran formula translation are examples of unstructured programs, where the below flow of steps are sequential as expected and can jump to an unexpected location with a go-to like statement. Unstructured languages lack reusability and readability of the code, which are desirable features of any good programming language. A structured program can be defined as a programming approach in which the program is made as a single structure. It avoids the possibility of jumping to an arbitrary instruction inadvertently as is possible in unstructured unstructured languages. The instructions in this approach are executed in a well-defined sequential and structured manner. Almost all the modern languages like C, C++, Java, C slash Python, etc. The structured programming approach. Structured languages use blocks of code, group of 7 statements. Control statements, decision making, iterative statements representing a block of code, and functions, module of code for this. A structured program has single entry point and terminates on exit. Structured programs are easier to understand, debug, maintain. Development of software also becomes easier and require less effort and time since code can be rescued, less prone for errors or debugging in case of errors in easy. Consider following C program for finding the average of even numbers in any area of integers. The syntax and program important here, and the focus is on how structured language looks like. However, reading comments text after slash in each line will help in understanding the process. Earlier, I told you how to write algorithm, what steps are involved in algorithm, but algorithm does not give us output. There is some structure programming is there. With the use of the structure format only, we can implement an algorithm that gives us end result. Okay. So now this is the structure programming. First one is we have to take name. If any program you are going to write in computer, first name is important. So once you feed a name, you save a name, that display only the output. Okay. And it can be saved in your computers. Okay. First one is slash include, that is less than stdio.h. This here you write any name .h. Okay. Int main, int main, in brackets, int argc, character char, arg, open bracket, double slash main method entry point, open bracket. Now int x, here bracket, open bracket equal to 2 empty open bracket square bracket equal to open bracket start 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 colon array of numbers. Next int I sum equal to 0, count cnt equal to 0, double arrow loop, sum and count variables. Float average, that is also average variable. Int n equal to size of x by size of int colon find number of elements. For I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Close. Iterate through the array variables. Open bracket int if open bracket x of I %2 equal to 0. Check if remainder is 0 when divided by 2. Open bracket sum plus equal to 0 xi colon add to sum only if it is divisible by 2. cnt plus plus colon increment count. Open bracket if cnt greater than 0, check if there is at least one even number. Open bracket average equal to float sum by float count. Compute average as real. Printf, that is average is %f by n average. Else there are no even numbers in the array. Open bracket printf average cannot be found if there are no elements by n. In the above program, each pair of curly braces, that is open bracket, represent a block. A block will be either executed or non-executed. Here in that algorithm, there are many open brackets left and right. Means that is start and one block that represents a one block here. That represents a one block. That is even numbers. That is no even numbers, real numbers, like that. So whichever is in that group, that can be displayed as output. Okay. Now, 1 minute. 1 minute, 1 minute. So in the above program, each pair of curly braces represent a block. A block will be either executed or not executed depending on the condition. Within a block, there can be other blocks, nested blocks. The main block contains declaration of some variables needed by the program. A for loop within which there is an if block that checks whether the number is even, and if even, add it to sum and count is incremented by 1. Then there is an if block to print average if there is at least one number, and else block the print a message if there are no elements. Once it reaches the end of main block, the program is terminated. Terminated. So check the program. Space is given below writing your answers. Compare answers with the given and end of the unit. What is structured programming? That is the question. Okay. Next, summary. These are the some answers. These are the summary. An algorithm is, we know that what does mean algorithm? It is a precise rule or set of rules specifying how to solve the given problem. Algorithm including some name, input, loops, do or while, and contain code, and display sequence represent different graphic representation. The flow chart is a pictorial representation of It is a pictorial representation of a geometric sequence of symbols, um, addition, generally available. This is display, and some sequences represented with different basic graphic shapes like circle, rectangular, oval, parallelogram, and diamond. All these connector, all this. Okay. Now, in an examination, some of the questions are giving like this: explain algorithm with example. Describe the flow chart with an example. What are the properties of structure programming? Okay. Next, write an algorithm to find some numbers from 1 to n. Describe various symbols used in flowcharts. Draw the flowchart to find the sequence of a given number. So in this flowchart, these are the symbols which can be used. For example, if I want to find maximum of 3 numbers, this flowchart is used. For example, I want to give only increment of the given value. If any base, that is the flow chart. If I want to find the sum or addition, the difference, also we can use this flow chart. First start, next give the number, next give the other, define other number, then display other number, z equal to a plus b, next print z, next stop. So these are the procedure of differentiation or difference or addition or any value is maximum. This flowchart is helpful for to do the problem. Okay. So please go through all this, and tomorrow and please do the problems, please solve the problems, and also write all long answers, short answers, which are very helpful in your exams. Okay. So these are the summary. Only you solve these problems, you can pass in your BSc. Okay. Only these, whatever have given. So next unit is evaluation of language. Here some steps of the main objective and introduction, history and features of C language, structure and execution of C program, and summary. Some questions, model questions, and glossary. Okay, these we can discuss now. Evaluation of C language. C was developed by Dennis Richney in 1972 at the Bell Laboratories in the USA, United States of America, where he has working on the development of the B language. This was the time when Thomson and Kernighan developed the Unix operating system and implemented it on a PDP-7 machine and wanted to move it to a PDP-11 machine. As C became popular, many versions emerged with a different set of library functions. A good programming language should have certain qualities like simplicity, efficiency, 1 minute, please. Simplicity and efficiency, compactness, well structured, etc. C is one of the first language to have almost all good features. To avoid confusion, the American National Standards Institute standardize the language, and any extensions can be made by individual vendors. Human readable assembly instructions known as intermediate code, which can be understood by the assembler specific to the machine. History and features of C language. History of C language. History of languages C. When Thompson and see the very simple history, we can go through this because very how it come we have to learn, no? So please see this. ఒక నిమిషం క్లాస్ అయిపోయింది తెస్తాయి. See, Thompson and 1 minute, please. Why this coming? One. So Thompson and spotlight, where is spotlight? 1 minute, please. Flow chart, flow control. So C and C++ languages. 1 minute means objective of C language. 1 minute miss అయిపోయింది. Thomson and Caribbean developed the Unix operating system and implemented it an APDP 7 machine to 711 PDP machine. So it evidenced the effort. Uh, 1 minute, please. So next, the machine should be minimized as hardware is ever changing and improving. Therefore, they took a decision to write a code possible to higher language. They found Ritchie was working on a language intended to undertake similar work. After some modification to make it more suitable system work, C was used to write the first port of Unix. Ever since then, most Unix has been written in C. Only specific small portions of Unix system which handle the hardware and interface is written in machine specific assembler. C has become a popular language due to its simply power features and rich set of libraries. Nowadays, it is one of the main languages used for software development, particularly in the areas of driver network system level programming. C become popular. Many versions engage with different of library functions to avoid confusion. The ANSI, American National Standards Institute, standardize the language and any extensions can be made by individual lenders over and above the standards. Hence, any program that sticks to ANSI standard C is highly portable across platforms. What is C language? A good programming language should have certain qualities like simplicity, efficiency, compactness, well structured, etc. C is one of the first language all of almost all good features like small set of keywords, strong input and output referred to as ironbook capability, well structured and modular, availability of supporting libraries, user controllable memory management, system level programming support. machine independence. These features make C one of the most popular language for almost every application. However, because of its capability to access system resource like memory, storage, etc., it is particularly popular with system programming in the areas of operating system, device drivers, network drivers, compilers, interpreters, embedded programming, and system utilities. What are the main features of C language? It is a robust, capable of handling, sorry, it is capable of, 1 minute, capable of handling one minute, please. So, what is C language and how it can be written? We can learn tomorrow. Okay. The history main. Who invented C language in 1972? Ritchie is invented the C language. This is high level programming language. This is I explained today. And tomorrow, how to what is C language? What are the main features of C? That I will explain. Thank you.